I think there's going to be some opportunity around this upcoming recession that we're going to have. What are your thoughts on that? And let's talk about that for a few minutes.
Well, so there's a lot of conflicting data, right? So like, I follow a couple of different economists. I mean, Harry certainly has been predicting a recession for, 100 years or something.
Yeah.
He will be right eventually, and probably in 2023, he will be right about that. He thinks it's going to be really, really bad. Other people think it's going to be less bad. Harry's a cycle guy, right? So he's looking at these long-term cycles. And my only criticism of his stuff would be that, like, COVID has messed up the cycles, right? Like, there's all this money and printing and all this inflation and all this stimulus money that's still out there. And there's still a lot of money on the sidelines. And we're seeing that with things like hiring, job levels, unemployment levels are still really good. Yeah. So there's an argument that we could have a pretty mild recession, but they're going to continue to raise interest rates until inflation tames itself. And if they keep raising interest rates long enough, it will cause a recession. That's what always happens when you raise interest rates. It's designed to do that. Interest rates take money from the economy. If you take money from the economy and you pay it to the government's coffers, that's like increasing taxes. It's the same concept. It's a drag on the economy. If you do enough of it, it kills the economy. That's what they're trying to do because they want to bring inflation under control. And they know they can bring inflation under control, which is really, inflation is a sign of an overheated economy. It means there's more demand than there is supply. And so stuff's going up in price. So if you can reduce demand by raising interest rates and making it more expensive, right? And at the same time, you can do some constrictive monetary policy like they're doing right now. You're going to start to slow the economy down. It's going to cause a recession. It's really a question of how bad it's going to be. I personally think they'll immediately start lowering rates once the recession hits. So I think we'll see 12 to 18 months of sluggish economy. I don't think it's going to be really bad. And then I think we'll see a significant rebound going into 2025. And that lines up, by the way, with Harry's predictions of the cycles. He's always said sometime around, he said 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, but he's always said around 2025, the economic cycles converge in a very, very positive way. And I think those are still underlying growth trends going into 2025. So I think, short-term pain for a lot of positive. And to Don's question, how do you dominate 2023? The same way you dominate any market. And I have this I'm going to leave you with the greatest piece of wisdom I possibly can, Rob. You ready for this?
I'm on pins and needles.
Very, very, very easy to time the real estate market. People think it's hard to time the real estate market, but it's not. I have a foolproof way. It works every single time. And that is buy whenever you buy, sell when it's high.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, real estate trends up over time because of inflation, because the underlying components go up, because they're not making more land, all of that stuff, because population growth, right? So over time, real estate trends up. So if you bought in 2006 and you had short-term debt or you didn't cash flow or something and you had to sell in 2008, 9, 10, you got crushed. But if you bought in 2006 in any market, almost anywhere in the US, anywhere in Puerto Rico, and you sold today, you're fine.
You're killing it. You're not just fine.
You made a ton of money, right? So it's not about timing the market on the buy, it's timing it on the sell. So all you do is buy stuff that works now. So in 2023, if it cash flows, if you're putting debt on it, you better have long-term debt. You don't want a balloon payment in a recession. That's bad. You don't want to have to refinance in a recession. You don't want to have to sell in a recession. So long-term debt that cash flows, and have adequate cash reserves so that you can weather the storm if you have a turnover or something like that. And then just wait. There's a saying, right? Don't wait to buy real estate, just buy real estate and wait. That's really that is really the strategy. Like just get started as soon as possible. So you want to crush it in 2023, buy deals that cash flow and hold on to them.
I think that's always good advice when you're in a down economy. Anytime you can start any business in a down economy, have it be successful by cash flowing real estate, it's successful.
Yeah.
You get to ride up the wave that's inevitable, right?
Yeah, if it works.
That economy is always followed by a good economy every time.
Yeah, if it works when the economy's shitty, it's going to work really well when it's good.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. So Imran's asking, what advice would you give your 20-year-old self? And I think that's pertinent to this conversation.
Yeah.
Right? We're trying to convince people by the end of this call to do bigger things and get ready to be great, right?
Yeah, no, and I mean, so the answer is the same advice I give everyone, whether they're 20 or whether they're 50, it doesn't matter. Just don't wait. Like, if you're gonna do something, just go do it, even if it's not real estate, right? Like, if you wanna write a book, start writing a book. If you want to be a real estate investor, start investing in real estate. Because the thing is, like, over time, these things they accumulate. Like, writing a book is a process; it takes a lot of time. But if you don't start, you never get there. And your first book might be terrible, right? Like, it might take you 5 books. So the sooner you start, the better. And the same thing with real estate. Like, if I'd started buying real estate when I was 18 years old, after I was, staying up late at night watching Carlton Sheets on infomercials when I was 14, 15 years old. Like, I knew I wanted to do real estate then, but I didn't do it. I went, I'm going to go to law school. And when I get out of law school, then I'm going to start making money. And then when I have more money, then I'm going to start investing in real estate. That's the wrong strategy. The right strategy is just do it.
Yeah, I like that. So I would tell myself to fight like hell to keep some more of the real estate. So I bought and sold a lot of real estate when I first started out and didn't keep anything. So I basically became a real estate investor, created a job for myself.
Yeah.
Which I did love doing, and it was great. But I look back on, 2 or 3,000 houses that I bought and only kept 50 of them, right? Like, had I just fought a little harder to keep 1 out of 5 or something.
Yeah, and that's what that's actually what we were doing in the first few years. What we did is we had a strategy where we would flip 3 houses and keep 1. Like,
yeah, that's something that I tell people right now.
We'd flip 3, keep 1.
Keep 1, and that's a beautiful strategy.
Yeah.